Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Lamp in a windless place. How does it happen? I think many people do this. They go and sit down in a place to meditate on the lamp. But that is not being recommended here. It is something else is being said. In fact, in the previous verses that is explained, meditation means mata chitta. Meditation is on Krishna. Matagata prana, making Krishna the goal of life. Matagatim, to understand the destination is to go to Krishna's lotus feet. Matsthanam, the various word used by Krishna in the chapter on the meditation. That actually meditation means on Krishna. Meditation does not mean on some point or light or candle. I think some people do this, put a candle and sit and meditate on that. So anyway, the whole idea is how to have peace of mind. In fact, when you come to Krishna consciousness, first thing that surprises is the dedication and devotion of people. In this world, whatever dedication, devotion we see is farce. And we know it is farce. True? Different ways people show dedication, devotion for so many material things. It is natak. Including worship of the devatas. That is also natak. Bhakti can only come to the Supreme Lord. There is no bhakti possible for anything else than the Supreme Lord. You all know this, no? We cannot apply bhakti to anything except the Lord. You cannot say Desha Bhakti, this Bhakti, that Bhakti. It is not true. Bhakti only applies to the Supreme Lord. Why? Because it is causeless and uninterrupted. Why it is causeless and uninterrupted? Ahituki apratiyata. Because it gives yayatma suprasidati. It gives transcendental pleasure. Because of that, person can be really dedicated in Krishna consciousness. You understand English? Some people like Kannada, but chalega. Otherwise I can speak in Hindi. So now, bhakti can actually be applied. So therefore, when somebody engage in devotion, he can do it 24 hours into 7. It's not that, okay, today Sunday, chalo so jao. No, he's happy. Most of the people in this world are suffering because they don't have job satisfaction. They go to job and they look at the watch at 5, the boss says work till 6, they hate. But if it is done in Krishna consciousness, anything, you can do it 24 hours. There is nothing like break. You don't want break. You're engaged, more you're happy. Isn't it? That is the first thing I think we struck when we came across devotees. We saw they dedicated. What is talked about lamp does not waver. We see in the personality of devotee. They are fixed on service. And more advanced the devotee, more he is fixed. That is advancement. It does not waver. He is fixed on his service. Where now come to the counterpart, how do we see in society? Number one, which we see in controlling the mind, the problem of the people. Number one, they don't have goal. There is no goal in life. They don't know what they are doing, just jumping here, jumping there, jumping there, jumping there, mostly pulled by the crowd. They like to fit in the crowd, and crowd, correct? Is the correct analysis or not? They just go move with the crowd as they just feel so insecure about their existence. What they are doing, they just fit with the crowd. Crowd goes this way, they go that way. Crowd goes this way, they go this way. The whole life goes meaningless without any aim. Prabhupada says in controlling the mind, because various shlokas have come, mind cannot be controlled if it does not have an aim. So what Krishna consciousness gives us a benefit, it gives you aim of life first. And mind becomes under control then. Correct? If there is no aim, you cannot control the mind. It will blow here and there. So by good association, by hearing from the Shastra respectfully, submissively, and by the mercy of Vaishnavas and Guru, Krishna, mercy of Krishna. So many ways we get mercy. We are able to hold an element of knowledge in our heart, which is not easily get. You get goal of life. Just like you ask any devotee who has read Prabhupada's books or in ISKCON association, what's the goal of life? I want to go back to Godhead. You speak it so easily. Is this not an easy thing? It's a very big realization. What do you want to do? I want to go back to Godhead. And how you are speaking? This is not a small thing. There was once that joke we tell many times. Srila Prabhupada had come and he was in a temple in India and there were some Mayavadis visiting him. So Prabhupada knew their condition. No goal. Goal is also funny, to merge into God, which is not practical. So they were all sitting, all big. Here also you have Karnataka is full of Mayavadis, sannyasis. Big. They are this much also, most of them. Seen them? Big names also. So anyway, so they came and they were sitting with Prabhupada. They came to meet him. That was nice. So they gave some pamphlets to Prabhupada of their philosophy. Prabhupada kept it. And then Prabhupada called one small girl. Her name was Saraswati. He asked, who is Krishna Saraswati? Krishna! Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Prabhupada told them, she is a Vedantist. She has understood what is They say they have a monopoly on Vedanta. They call themselves Vedantist. Most of the Mayavadis, they call themselves Vedantists. Prabhupada said, this is Vedanta. She has understood the conclusion of the Vedas. Bhagavad Gita says, Vedesha sarve ahameva vedya. Through all the Vedas, you have to know me. Bhagavad Gita speaker is Krishna and the goal of Gita is also Krishna. If you can reach Krishna, your study of Bhagavad Gita is complete. But if you have not reached Krishna, you didn't understand anything in Bhagavad Gita. Just like they say, na, Ramayana pad ke pucha Sita kaun thi? Actually, people are joke like that. After reading Gita, they don't know Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. I think perhaps it's a very few Gitas available which actually you read, you understand Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. They forget Krishna, they remove Krishna from the Bhagavad Gita minus Krishna. It's so funny. Can it possible Ramayana without Sita? Is it possible? The Bhagavad Gita minus Krishna. And people are so confused. They don't take knowledge from authorized sources. One joker had written a book, Sita Warrior from Mithila. Sita Warrior from Mithila. It is when Ramayana she picked a weapon. He wrote, on the launch itself, he showed 5 lakh copies, the day of launch. Can you imagine? So you can just speak anything and everything, and there are fools who want to hear that. There are enough fools. They want to hear a new interpretation. Oh, she was a warrior. We never heard. Have you heard? Sita lifting weapon? The cover picture is Sita lifting a big stick and about to jump. You must have seen that. Big stick and about to jump. You saw that? She is like ready to pounce with a big stick. Not small, it's a very big stick. So people are eager to hear new funny nonsense interpretations of the Vedas. Then what they will learn? Then mind will waver. Why our mind is not wavering? We are fixed. We know we see that. No problem. These all funny, can be many more interpretations. They cannot confuse us. They are only increasing our work, that's all. Just like a doctor, when he sees such thing, what he'll say? They are increasing my work, that's all. We have more confusion to deal now. When you go to people to distribute Bhagavad Gita, somebody will ask this question. So what you are telling? Sita had a big stick in her hand and she said, what are you telling? From where did you read that? Now one fool wrote that book and we are reading. So mind will waver. So therefore, first thing is that mind will not waver if you go to the authorized place. Okay? And so anyway, the Bhagavad Gita minus Krishna is not possible. A Bhagavad Gita conclusion is Krishna, and this is a miracle. Prabhupada says very nicely once. He said, can't you see the miracle? Devotee said, what, Prabhupada? Can't you see the miracle? You heard that? So what? You got knowledge. Looking for Prabhupada, really? Actually, it's a miracle. The conclusion of Krishna consciousness, you are able to, not only you got information that you are a servant of Krishna, you are able to believe it. It's a magic which has occurred. It's a mercy of Krishna that you are able to hold on to. Yes, I am a servant of Krishna. You are able to believe it. It's a mercy. It's not wavering. Correct? So once you can have a goal in life which does not waver, your half job is done. Now it's only what to do, just like once you have decided you have to achieve it, and that's the goal of life, whatever happens, just like you have a boat on the ocean, the winds are taking it this way, it is taking it that way, that's okay, that's just details. But you will reach there. You are working out. Even the wind is against, the current is against, you don't have to move there. Your purpose is fixed and you're slowly moving. Agree? Those who are fixed, they are driving the rope properly, boat, and they're moving quick. But you may be, because you're still affected by material attractions, you may take little time, but you'll move towards that. Agree? How nice it is now. Life becomes so meaningful. Prabhupada says when he reached in America and he was preaching, he got a lot of letters. Prabhupada said, people are writing to me now. Now we have hope in our life. How nice it is. Agree? Others, particularly the situation Prabhupada landed in America. America was infected with the hippie revolution. People had become hopeless. They left their education, they left their jobs, they came on the streets. There was a huge youth revolution of those times. But after meeting Krishna consciousness, they said, now we got a hope in our life. Right? So we get a goal, and we know we got a process to achieve that goal. And now it's just details. Some details you have to fix. First thing, mind is wavering. Then you go to devotees, take advice. What do I do? And then the preaching occurs. Prabhuji, I want to go back to Godhead, but the problem is there. My mind is very restless. Then we have something to preach. If somebody doesn't have a goal, what do you preach him? This is not good. You should not do this. Yes, it will not be good. No, don't do. He will immediately drop. When somebody doesn't have a goal, just like I say many times, if you don't have a goal, nothing is good, nothing is bad. How do you convince him to do anything? When he has a goal in life, you know the joke, no? Prabhupada was taking class and he said, if you do this kind of activity, next time you'll become a dog. So one person raised his hand. He said, Prabhupada, what's the problem in becoming a dog? Prabhupada said, you have my blessings. Okay, kutta bano. Kya mera ashirwad? He doesn't know what is problem because he doesn't have goal. So once you have a goal fixed, the understanding is there that I am rotating in the cycle of birth and death and I am wasting my time. Agree? And if I do certain activities, nunam pramatta kurute vikarma yat indriya priti apanoti nasadu manye asatatmanoyat asanapi kleshadash deha. Can't you see so much suffering I am getting because I am trapped in the metal energy and I am becoming mad. Kurute, and I am doing sinful activities one after another. I am trapped. Can't I see I am already suffering because of my past misdeeds? So why don't I take steps to come out of the cycle of birth and death and reach Krishna's lotus feet? Correct? Then you're very keen, you try to understand the whole philosophy and then you want to apply. Okay? So this is one part. The second part is that we becoming fixed to achieve it. So therefore in Bhagavad Gita you see Krishna gives different levels. He says best is be absorbed. Samadhi. Bhagavad Gita, 12th chapter. See, when it comes to ourselves, we give ourselves the best thing. Best kurta. You go to shop, the best you buy everything. Best, at least the best mobile, if not the best kurta. What do you say? Best house possible. Now no house, flats, best flat possible. Best car possible. When it comes to Krishna, the worst. I have seen devotees this tendency and we ignore because he has no seriousness to go back to Krishna. Just making a show. He wants to give Krishna the worst. That is also possible, no? Sometimes I can chant Hare Krishna, roll my beads. Not interested in service, not interested in advancement, not even being honest with the stage of his consciousness, which is blowing, which is not getting fixed on Krishna's lotus feet. Correct? Getting late? Somebody can give prasadam. Suhas. Take some prasadam. So now, not even getting fixed in the situations. So we try to, for Krishna, ourselves we want the best, for Krishna, the worst. No, the best. What best I can do to give to Krishna? What are the four things we can give to Krishna? Prana, Artha, Diya, Vacha. I should give the best, not the worst. Just like Prabhupada jokes, some people come to Vrindavan with the beads. So, where is your money? That I give to family. For Krishna, you these beads are there. So, Prabhupada said, whom are you cheating? Krishna will ask, where is your money? Because you have to give the fourth thing to Krishna. We don't give. We give verse to Krishna. Krishna, we can give one tulsi, that is enough. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Agreed? So this is very important. Because if you are in an atmosphere of people who are hypocrite like that, we also become hypocrite like that. When association of devotees, you will get the best. And if you are in association of karmis, there are not karmi, there are something called sakama karma yogis, I call. So-called devotees. See, we have one thing, say public. They are not devotees. They are not interested in Krishna. One thing, we have people who are full-time engaged. They are given everything to serve Krishna. Then we have congregation who are very enthusiastically engaged in helping the preaching going on. We have one more stage, Sakama Karma Yogis. They are almost karmis. Devotion is just one touch over it, that's all. Almost karmis. Full of material ambitions, full of desires for sense gratification, and they also think they are devotees. That is very, very, well, what to say? It's like a man pretending to sleep, you cannot wake him. Correct? Because he is not honest. Because if you are not devoted yourself, your life, mission, everything to please Krishna, your mind will be blown by material energy. We know that. And it is blown, but no, I'm going nicely. Because if it is honest, see what happens, anything I hold, it will give me trouble. Because I am illegal, everything belongs to Krishna. If I hold anything, I am a criminal. Correct? Everything I should let go to Krishna. But I am holding things for personal honor, position, respect, all nonsense, selfish, crooked desires. I am holding things. Then Maya will punish you. And scientifically, mind will be blown. Mind will be blown, conscience will be blown. What pure devotion? Your devotion is in question. Just little above third class karmi. Just little. Some touch of devotion is there. So, it is very much important that we don't become complacent. We should know that Bharat Maharaj has to take a birth again. Many people think I am chanting Hare Krishna, I am going back to Godhead. One mistake, Bharat Maharaj took birth again. Prabhupada says, don't think just because you are chanting you can do anything and everything. You are not going back to Godhead. What do you say? Mistake of Bharat Maharaj was very slight actually. Very slight. But Krishna made him take birth again in this world. Okay, so we should not to give Krishna the worst. Prabhupada said service to Krishna should be more than first class. How it should be? More than? Yes. For us, okay, first class. For Krishna, more than first class. True or not? Then the mind will become fixed. And we feel very happy actually. The more we compromise, actually we are cheating ourselves. We are not cheating Krishna. We are cheating ourselves. Krishna is complete. It doesn't need anybody's service. But then when we hold ourselves, in offering ourselves to Krishna, we are cheated in the objective to reach Krishna's lotus feet. And not only that, we miss all the fun. Even if you were to go back to Godhead, which is a joke, you will not go back unless you offer yourself. You will feel very sad. Why I was so selfish and self-centered and crooked that I could not do anything for the Lord and just was personally feeling I am secure. No, I am secure, I am going back to Godhead. That should not be the tendency. The tendency is not that I secure myself. In fact, that is not the mood of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada always quoted the mood of Prahlad Maharaj. What did he say? Nevo duje paraduratya vaitaranyas tadvirya gayana mahamrita magna chitta shoche tato vimukachetasa indriyartha maya sukhaya bharamudoto vimuda. He says, my Lord, I am not scared of this fearful material existence. I am not scared. Nevo duje paraduratya vaitaranya. This fearful material existence, actually it is fearful. We are not able to see. Therefore, we are not becoming serious. The material existence is very, very fearful. If you are thrown in it, you don't know where you go. Prabhupada says, you don't know, you will be lost. If you are again born, we will be thrown in the cycle of birth and that we don't know where we go. Tadvirya gayana mahamrita. He said, I am not scared of that, my Lord. Why? Because when I am glorifying you, Tadvire Gayana Maha Amrita Magna Chitta, I am feeling so ecstatic in glorifying you, my Lord. Tadvire Gayan Maha Amrita Magna Chitta. As I am glorifying you, my Lord, I am feeling unlimited spiritual happiness. So I am not scared. Correct? But I say, Shoche, I am lamenting, my Lord. Shoche tato. Why I am lamenting? Vimukha chetasa. Lamenting for the people who are averse to devotional service. Sevonmukha, Vimukha. You got it? Sevonmukha means service oriented. Vimukha means Krishna उधर है, राधा गोविंद सिर उधर है और बाहर ढूंढ रहे. क्या ढूंढ रहा है? सेव सोचे तो विमुख चित्त, माया सुख ढूंढ रहे. अरे उधर मुड़ना, राधा गोविंद है नहीं. Maya Sukayam Bharam Udvato Muda. Those people who are averse to devotional service, and instead of searching happiness at Krishna's lotus feet, are searching happiness in this stupid illusion. Maya Sukaya Bharam Udvato Vimudan. This total dull-headed fools, Vimudan. Shoche Tato Vimukha Chetasa Indriyartha Maya Sukaya Bharam Udvato Vimudan. So much anxiety they have taken to enjoy themselves sensually. So much anxiety which is unnecessary. I lament for them. Even though I have no problem, I am happy chanting, I am happy in serving Krishna. This is a very advanced. We are not in this situation. Prahlad Maharaj has total surrender to Krishna. We are nowhere near. So therefore we should see what, my Lord, how do I? Therefore Bhagavad Gita, I was saying 12 chapters, it's at 4 stages. But not that I go to the last stage. We should try the first stage. What is the first stage? Be absorbed in Krishna. The second stage, you cannot do that, do sadhana. Okay, you cannot do that. What is the third stage? At least help the activities of Krishna consciousness. You cannot do that, the fourth. Or you cannot even help in activities of Krishna consciousness. You cannot think about Krishna. You cannot even do sadhana. See, it's not easy to think about Krishna all the time. But we can do that by being absorbed whole day in Krishna's service. In the beginning, where absorption is in service, not in the personal features of Krishna. We are not so qualified now. Correct? But we can absorb in a service. Just like Janmashtami, you all have an experience. Whole day you are absorbed in different services. That is possible. This is there, this is there, this is not happening. You cannot say, I can sit like this, absorbed in Krishna's. That mercy has to come. Just like a sun we are discussing. You cannot take a torch and go to search the sun. When sun arises, it arises by its own will. So Krishna darshan will come in your heart by the sweet will of Krishna. But when Krishna is pleased, you tell the time you do sadhana. Be absorbed in different activities for Krishna's pleasure. Be absorbed all day. That you can do. You cannot say, now I am going to sit and meditate on Krishna's Leela. Mother Yashoda is running and I am meditating. Don't do that. That will lead sahajiya. You are making it cheap. It is not possible. What we can do now? Be absorbed in Krishna's service all day. That you can do. And then when Krishna is pleased, the Son of Krishna will rise in the heart. And you can see, Krishna Prabhupada said, don't prematurely think it will happen. That is, don't make it cheap. You have to work for it. Okay? So, lamp in the windless place. When we find, next shloka talks about boundless spiritual happiness. We don't know what we are missing actually. Therefore, we are not serious. At the end of the day, we want happiness. Correct? And as you advance in Krishna consciousness, unlimited spiritual happiness is waiting for you. How you will feel. It is for us actually to become serious, enjoy this unlimited spiritual happiness and benefit ourselves and then benefit the world. Srila Prabhupada ki, Bhagavad Gita ki.